So, since my last video did so well... I meant the one before that. Okay, never mind, I just gotta make sure I cook with this one. Hello, fellow tomodachi. I am a very white man talking about Japan, as most white men do these days because we're obsessed with Asia and Asian culture. Banned anime episodes that never aired again, or something like that. Were there really some episodes that were that bad even Japan had to pull the plug? Yeah. Anyway, my intros are always questionable and I hate doing them. But if you guys actually end up enjoying my videos since I have such a likable face, my PayPal's below. Oh, also, subscribe. Let's get started then, shall we? Pokemon Cyber Soldier Porygon. Sounds a bit like a Fall Out Boy song. Episode 38 of Pokemon's first season was permanently banned worldwide. Pff, what a stupid show. I bet it will never take off. So what actually happened? Is this Pikachu's fault again? Well, yes, actually. The episode focuses on Ash and... the other fellas. Oh wait, one's a chick? Lady fella. When they find that something is wrong with the Pokeball transmitting device at the local Pokemon Center. And towards the end of the episode, Pikachu stops a wave of missiles. I'm sorry, when did he become a Jotunheim beast? He stops them with a Thunderbolt attack, resulting in an explosion that rapidly flashes blue and red lights, as if the Samoans are invading, by attacking a Japanese cartoon show. I need to get better with these jokes, man. The flashes were bright strobe lights, with blinks at a rate of about 12 hertz for about 6 seconds. Just like these ones that I'm about to Oh, we're not allowed? What do you mean that's the reason it was banned? I thought something terrible happened, like one of the Pokemon gets gutted like a fish or Ash drops a Japanese N-bomb. Epilepsy? I thought that was something we made up, like Rosa Parks or COVID or taxes. Okay, no worries, I'll let them know. So, change your plan. The strobe lights caused some viewers to experience blurred vision, headaches, dizziness, and nausea. That happened to me too, but I was watching this crap. Also, we sure they weren't just riding the blue tornado at the time? Some suffered seizures, blindness, convulsions, and unconsciousness. And the whole event was referred to as Pokemon shock. 685 people were taken to hospital by ambulances, but everybody turned out okay. The show suffered a 4-month hiatus after that, while they tried to figure things out before they came back with a bang, with an episode where Ash flies Charizard into the side of the World Pokemon Trade Center. What do you mean I'm not allowed to say that either? Come on, man, can I have any fun? The whole epilepsy incident changed TV standards forever, and Pikachu went on to become Willem Dafoe. Mr. Osomatsu, episode 1. Good start, innit? No one went to hospital with this one. No one was physically harmed in any way, except for this fella who fell off his bike. Haha, idiot. The Osomatsu kids are all over Japan. There's 6 of them. Twins. I mean, sextuplets. That's the one. They've been around since 1962 and have become a staple in manga and anime. To bring them back in a mega way in 2015, no, they didn't give them a fresh trim, poor fuckers. They parodied other franchises on their first episode. Nothing too out there, just a couple of lesser known underground anime, such as Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan, Sailor Moon, One Piece, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, to name a few. Never heard of them. Maybe they should join the relevancy queue just behind My Roommate is a Cat. So they weren't just ripping these other animes off, they were paying homage to them, which is exactly how Hollywood has been getting away with it for the past 20 years. The production company was not happy, so they grabbed the episode off the TV harder than Thanos yanking a planet out the sky and throwing it at an unsuspecting victim, and removed it from all future DVD releases. Psst, bro, you forgot Blu-ray. I'm not categorizing this, it's the same thing. Streaming platforms skip directly to episode 2, which has got to feel something like skipping a Yakuza cutscene. A whole new episode 1 was created as a replacement, toned down with no copyright landmines. I would have just placed a 20-minute scene of the mother giving birth to all 6 of them, but that's just me. Fans who caught the original airing were obsessed, and the banned episode became legendary, like a cow cosplaying as The Undertaker. Bootlegs and low-res uploads still float around the internet like the smell of a pot noodle, and fans often refer to it as the Lost Pilot, which just so happens to be any American Airlines pilot, because they won't stop changing the gates. XL Saga episode 26, titled Going Too Far, and is the final episode of the season. I would love to tell you more about this episode before I get into why it was actually banned, but honestly, the more I read, the less I know about it. Personally, I think they just overreacted a little bit, but for context, here's why it was banned. Nudity, extreme gore and violence, innuendo, grotesque character deaths, this thing, a dash of this, a sprinkle of this, and last but not least, this. Absolutely nobody's favourite, at least I hope. As well as being intentionally 1 minute too long to air on Japanese TV. Glad to see they didn't overdo it. Yes, this was all done on purpose so they could get away with doing whatever they wanted for the final episode. Shame they didn't flash blue and red lights at 12 Hz for approximately 6 seconds. Missed opportunity really, innit? One network that did broadcast the episode was Animax in Latin America, where the closing presents the translator on all fours, wearing a collar and singing bolero. There's even a scene where the anime uses sarin attacks as a method of exterminating enemies, referencing the tragic 1995 event in Tokyo. Fun for all the family. The episode, I think, is now available on Crunchyroll and is considered a work of art by some. Yeah, if Artemis Fowl and Tammy are on that list as well, go nuts. Tokyo Ghoul, pretty much the whole effing thing. In brief, it's a series about vampires, but the vampires are called ghouls and someone isn't breathing like a goddamn scuba diver every 5 minutes. To keep the anime from receiving an 18+ rating, it was heavily censored all the way through. From random black shadows taking up half the screen to hide the corpses eaten by the ghouls, to colours being inverted during the blood scenes, to heavy blur being passed around like the Olympic torch. May as well just release a damn audiobook at this point and call it a day. Luckily, the uncensored versions are easy to find, and the censored ones were only really used in Japan. No flashing lights, no blood, no marrying cousins. Japan, do you guys have any fun at all? Fans joke that the anime should have been called Tokyo Censor. Ha! Good one, Nigel. Ooh, Censor? I barely know her. Many refuse to actually watch it until the uncensored... Say it, bro. Say it. Blu-ray version's released. It's just a glorified DVD, bro. F*** off. As it stands, it seems that Hulu and Netflix have the censored versions, while Crunchyroll and Funimation have the uncensored ones. This website right here has all of the above for free. Hell yeah, I'm a cool guy on the internet. You can thank me with a sub. This next one I've talked about in a previous video that I've made titled Banned Books That Feel Like a Fever Dream, I'm pretty sure. But we're going to touch up on it again because you look like a cinnamon roll attached to a dog's paw and dragged through the park. That was the wrong joke. Because I can. Yeah, that was the original one. Sorry about that. Got caught in the jet lag. Death Note, fully banned in Russia and China. Death Note is about a fella who receives a notebook from a death god, and every time he writes someone's name in the book, they get a one-way ticket to the big unsubscribe. They clicked no when asked, "Are you still watching?" It was banned when schools found out that some of the students had their own versions of the book and were writing down the names of people they knew. I'm pretty sure I bought one of these for my partner a few years ago, and all she wrote down was eggs, milk, and squashies. The ban was designed to protect the mental and physical health of the students. I can assure you their mental health was through the roof when they wrote Mrs. Takahashi on that notebook. Don't you worry. There were versions of the anime available in Hong Kong, but as of 2015, China has declared Death Note, 38 other anime and manga, and Bevo illegal in their country. Taiwan had teachers on high alert. New Mexico held a hearing to get it banned, but it was turned down. And in Russia, volumes of the Death Note were found at the side of a 15-year-old girl. Russia didn't ban the anime for that reason, but they did ban it in 2020. And in response, we all just kind of banned Russia, didn't we? Lol, skill issue. There's been loads of cases over the years. As you can see from this screenshot that I took, where it also happens to be 15 degrees and cloudy, with 0 precipitation of meatballs. Sorry, pigeons. Pokemon. But this time, the whole thing. The anime, the cards, the games, the concept. Get totally Pikachu. In 2001, Saudi Arabia issued an official fatwa. I've never read this word in my life, so I'm hoping that's how you pronounce that. A religious edict banning the Pokemon franchise in its entirety. I would have loved to be an Arabic fly on the wall during that whole conversation. Look at this little green guy here. You see the vines and shit? You know what I see? Sin. They banned the cards because they resembled gambling, especially when sold or traded for money. How else are you supposed to get your hands on them? But alright. Any reason as to why they haven't banned the motherfucking supermarket yet? Another reason was the promotion of Darwinism, or evolution, which contradicts some Islamic creationist teachings. Fair enough, but someone better call Armstrong because that is one hell of a stretch. They also claim that some of the symbols on the cards resemble the Star of David, which was corrupting the youth. Hey, that's not the Star of David, that's the Star of Steve. Hey, but at least there was no mention of red and blue flashing lights at a rate of 12 Hz for approximately 6 seconds, right? And just like that, Pokemon disappeared in a jiggly puff of smoke. Also, fun fact, in Turkey, Pokemon was blamed for kids jumping out of windows pretending to fly. I realise now it is not a fun fact at all. It's just a fact. Quite an unsettling and ominous one, to be fair. Apologies. Other bans include Paranoia Agent from US TV due to a along with interspecies reviewers, and Wicked City for extremely explicit bing bong content, as well as many more, especially since both China and Russia have a long list of banned anime. Begs the question, if someone were to pack a t-shirt of one of the banned anime and wear it in one of those countries, what would be the outcome? Subscribe and one day we'll find out together. In the meantime, remember to avoid red and blue flashing lights with blinks at a rate of 12 Hz for approximately 6 seconds. And thank you so much for making it this far into the video. I love you all and hopefully I will see you in the next one. gmail.com. Take care of yourselves and yoi ichinichi wo sugoshi kudasai. Guys, if we hit 7,000 subscribers, how can I put this?